Excellennial here with another story-based Excel tutorial, and today we're going to be talking a little bit more about Gina the Seamstress. Just like in our last video, Gina needed to find out some information about how much fabric she needed for a certain piece of a dress that she was going to make. Now today, Gina needs to find out the minimum amount of fabric that she needs for the smallest part of her dress design, literally the complete opposite of what we looked up in our last video. Now to figure this out, she's going to utilize the MINIFS function as opposed to the MAXIFS function like last time. Now she's going to use that to find out what she needs to finish this dress design for the smallest size that she offers at her Etsy shop. Now here you can see this is the same list that she had in the last video, the list of all of her sizes of dresses that she offers in her Etsy shop, the feet of fabric that is required to make the different sections of that dress, and what section that is specifically. Now she needs to find out how many feet of fabric does she need for the smallest piece of her smallest dress. This is the breakdown of the function that we're going to use: MINIFS B2 through B26, A2 through A26, and small. So let me walk through that and actually break down what that means. We're going to select cell E2 just as the area that we collect our data. And since this is a function, it does start with the equal symbol. So we'll type in that equal symbol. MINIFS is what we need. So we'll select that. Now the first thing that we need, the B2 through B26, is the min range. Where are we looking for that smallest number? In this case, we're looking at the feet of fabric column. We want to be sure that we can find the minimum amount of fabric that Gina needs for a specific size of dress. So what we're going to do is select B2 through B26. So now when we have that selected, that is where we are looking for the number. That is our min range. Now we are done selecting where we are looking for the number, so we can type in the comma, and now we're moving on to the criteria range. What is the criteria that must be met to pull the number? For Excel to pull a specific number, it needs to know what information does this number need to match. So we need the B2 through B26. In that area, the feet of fabric, we need to know which of those numbers matches the small size of the dress. And what she needs to find out is the lowest number. So that's where the MINIFS part of the function comes in. So the criteria range is going to be A2 through A26. That shows the size of the dress. That's the criteria range. All right, now we've selected that, we'll type in comma. Last thing we need to put in here is the criteria. What are we looking for inside of that criteria range? In this case, we're looking for the small dress, and since it is actual text, it's not selecting a column or a cell or anything like that, we're going to type a quotation mark and then type out exactly what we're looking for. In this case, it is small, and then close out the quotation mark. You can see that there are additional options. You can add more criteria, like if we needed specifically for it to be small and we wanted it to be from a specific section, we could do that. In this case, we need to find the smallest section. So we're going to leave that alone. We're not going to add an additional criteria, but this function does allow you to expand on what exactly you're looking for a lot more. Since we're not going to add to that, I will add the parenthesis to close out the function, and then I'm going to hit enter so we can get the results. All right, cool. So we have 10, as in 10 feet of fabric is needed for the smallest piece of a small size dress. This is going to be right here. You can actually see on this table of hers. It is the small size dress that requires 10 feet of fabric for the bows on the dress. Now that is the smallest amount of fabric that she needs to finish off this entire dress. You can see all of these other items here. The small size of the dress to finish out the bottom is 17 feet of fabric. The arms take 29 feet of fabric. The layers take 21. So 10 is the smallest number on this list that does have the size column show the word small. So this is not counting anything else on this list. You could also see that the X large has a tiny section. So there are other numbers on here that are just as small, but they weren't looked at because the function specifically was told to only look at items that has the small dress size. So that's how you make the criteria matter when you actually type in things like that. That helps Excel know what specifics are you looking for. I don't want Excel to look at the large size of the dress, the medium size, the X large, or even the X small. I only wanted it to look at small. So this right here is the only piece of data that this function is actually looking at. Now Gina has a quick answer to find out the minimum amount of fabric that she needs for the smallest part of the small dress design. This was a quick and easy way for her to find the information that she needed, and now she doesn't have to spend any more time filtering through her entire list. If you have any questions about this process, please leave a comment in the section below, and until next time, have fun excelling!